my tugboats. They may look weird and are experimental, but I do not depict them for that, because they were custom built. From ocean liners to switchers and towers. From switching, ocean lining, and towing, these tugs can do it all. I remember the day when the harbor anniversary came up. During that time, the crane operator, Miss Caroline, invited us for tea up in her office in the underbooth of Crass. It was beautiful. And after it, the tug soon told me everything. And that story I'm going to tell you. It soon started late. It soon started at 6. Come on! And all the tugs were begging for a story. Story! Story! Tell us the story. I know one. How about the story of America? Come on, man. That story's been told by many people, but it's still a good story. I know what story we could tell. We could tell the story of how I was built. You see, it was long, long ago when several pieces were shattered together. Oh, I know. How about the harbor history story? Med, High Tide, and Paul know that story. So does Hanko, Herx, and Bob. I know. Why don't you all tell the story? Okay. It was back when the tugboats were just built. They wanted to improve the type of tugboat and make something even better. That came the box tugs. The box tugs were coming out of the works. Looked like they had so much promise. But during their trials, they received several problems, which was having streamlined issues with pulling barges, which meant they were very slow pulling barges, which wasn't good. We thought several of our brothers had been scrapped or sold off to museums, and we were worried we might see the end of the day. But what about the other tugboats? Yeah, what about the other tugs? Those tugs were built after, apart from Tim. Yes. Would you mind telling them about your story? Okay. Before we get into ours? Okay. I was built with Bob. I was soon built a week after Bob, Hertz, and Hanko got their trials to see if this one was better. It turned out I was worse than the bunch and soon to be auctioned out. Then a man came up and bought me to work at the upriver before coming here. I liked it. Mainly he just used me for money, which I didn't really mind so much. He put me with jobs taking supplies from the big city upriver to where Lockie lives. I didn't like it at first, as Lockie just chatted all day, but Lockie soon groaned on me. Yeah, right. Shush. But the man soon bought a better tug, a diesel tug, and I thought I was up for it. But I was soon sold to the area. Didn't we already tell you about the story, how he came here? Yeah. Okay, now it's our turn again. It was newly day. we were soon greeted by our captain. It's nice to meet you all. Nice to meet you too, Captain. Captain John. You'll all be working for the J-Stars, and I want you all to work proudly and politely for the fleet. Wait, what about us? All right, you guys can take it over. We also came here, but as high tide roamed around the ports. High tide did roam around the ports. Where I was greeted in a high tide welcoming. Welcome to the Estat, the proudest fleet on the market. I want you all to work elegantly and make sure you beat those nonsense J-Stars. Yes, sir. Don't forget Med. Don't forget Med and Ted. And you too, Med and Ted. We will. When we first found our first job, it was dirty garbage. Garbage! What's wrong with garbage, buddy? I'm sorry. I am so sorry. But I'm expecting proud medals. Garbage is priceless metals. Priceless metals to be smelted. Not funny, you. I would stay there for hours. All the people would try to turn on my engine, but all they got from me was nothing. All I got was nothing. It was soon up to the sin of them turning me off and just having me anchored onto the port side. I hated it. Just waiting, watching the other tugs. I was punished once or twice. Hanko had to do my work. We always argued for hours. I don't get it. Why me? Herc, named after the brightest of tugs, Hercules, has to pull some garbage. I know what garbage is, and it's not fun. But you should know, work yourself, buddy. Hey, I don't work for nothing. I do work. When do I see you helping me out? Well. If it isn't the little J-Stars, I'll be taking that off your way. Get off him, said Hercs, in my surprise. Whatever. Who cares about you? You really said that, High Tide. Stop it, Sheila. To think you were not the least foolish one. Hey, I'm not that foolish. Anyways, it was just so much so. Arguing for hours until more tugs came on, like George and Chance, and then Sarah. Soon Tom. Soon then Tom, and then Tim. Same thing for us. But you already knew the stories, haven't you? Yep. Thank you for telling us those stories. Yeah, and thank you for telling us those stories in the future. I don't know, but hopefully they'll all be beautiful. There'll be a bright future ahead. Hey everybody, it's fireworks starting. Oh boy! And through the office windows inside class, we all saw the fireworks. Whether you were a tugboat or a human, we all watched the fireworks. Anyways, we all had a great party celebration for the rest of the hours. New friends were made, and old ones came back. No matter all the tough situations we had on this first time, we'll always push it up. But for now, I have no more stories to tell. This is it. I will have more stories to tell, but those are stories I like telling for another time.